UMass Lowell Environmental Health Program is a new program where we want to train students in the basics of environmental health, understanding the science behind climate change or the science behind air or water quality or hazardous waste, so that students not only know about the problems, because it's not good enough to know only about the problems. We need to know about the solutions. We need to have hope that we can actually solve the problems, because too often we talk about how bad the world is going, how many problems we have. Well, that doesn't inspire hope and it doesn't inspire solutions. So what we try to do is give students with our curriculum strong foundations in the sciences and in health and in environmental health, but a multidisciplinary education that involves law, it involves public policy, it involves toxicology, epidemiology, the study of human disease. It involves public communication, so that students coming out of here not only know the science, but they know how to link that science to action, how to use science to actually prevent harm in the first place. We give students a lot of opportunities to work in the field, because really there's nothing like being out there and seeing how these issues play out in practice. It's not enough to know how climate change is happening from the classroom. You need to know about the debates in climate change and how do you actually motivate action to prevent climate change or prevent toxic chemicals in products, because that's really where change happens. It doesn't happen with just having some knowledge. It happens when you know how to apply knowledge to prevention. So our program is very linked to not only giving students strong foundations, but giving them experience, practical experience, so that they can apply the knowledge in the classroom into service learning, internship opportunities, and even research opportunities with one of the many research centers we have connected with our department.
The strongest thing that UMass Lowell has for environmental health students is a set of faculty who approach environmental public health from the perspective of primary prevention. And what I mean by that is our focus is not so much on what individuals can do to change their behavior to help themselves be healthy, or to think about how once someone gets sick we might be able to put something in place so they don't get even sicker. Our approach here at UMass Lowell is to think about how to prevent the public from getting sick in the first place. If we understand what environmental exposures are leading to certain cancers, nervous system disorders, respiratory system disorders, other kinds of disorders, then we might be able to change how we go about making things and how we go about consuming things and what kinds of things we consume, so that we wouldn't even have those exposures. And so that's the difference that UMass Lowell offers, because most other schools don't have that orientation.
UMass Lowell is a leading edge school here in the Merrimack Valley that is provides an affordable education, but with top-notch faculty. The faculty in the environmental health program are leaders in their field. They come from the top universities. They are known worldwide for their research and for their teaching. So what you're getting when you come to UMass Lowell is a reasonable education, but an extremely good applied education with the people who are actually doing the key research, making the policies around environmental health. So you're going to learn about not just about the basics, but about how environmental health plays out in practice. UMass Lowell is world-renowned for its connection to preventing toxic chemicals in the environment. We have several research institutes, including the Toxics Use Reduction Institute, that work with firms, they work with governments to help reduce our reliance on toxic chemicals in everyday products like cosmetics or dry cleaning or plastic products. And we have a plastics engineering department that is really committed to designing safer, more sustainable products. So the university really brings a commitment to sustainability to the table. So our students not only get an education, but they get an applied experience so that they can leave UMass Lowell and move out into the workplace to be change agents wherever they go.
The other thing that UMass Lowell offers is a program that's relatively new and is able to provide a lot of attention to students. So our classes are are not tiny, but they're not huge classes either. And so once you get into your junior and senior level classes, you might have classes where maybe there's at most 30, 35 students. So there's a lot of room there for attention to students' concerns, a lot of opportunities for dialogue in the classes.
One of the great aspects of our program is the 5-year Bachelor of Science to Master of Science with the world-renowned Work Environment program. This is a graduate-level occupational and environmental health program that has leading faculty from a variety of disciplines, and a student can come in and in 5 years get a master's degree that positions them for mid-level career positions just out of school, which is a great opportunity to do in 5 years what most students do in 6 to 7 years. So we're offering that as an incentive for students to come into the program, a great opportunity to get in 5 years a world-class education that really positions you to be a leader in the workplace.
UMass Lowell has a nice campus. It's close to Boston, so when there are activities in Boston, you can go to Boston. It's close to the mountains in New Hampshire or in western Massachusetts or the ocean, so when you want to take a break and go out in nature, you can go out there. The faculty in UMass Lowell have been working in the field for quite some time, and so we have a lot of connections with a lot of different organizations. So there are a lot of ways that we can connect students both in their learning experience and then hopefully in being able to get jobs later. And it's a state university, which makes it a lot more affordable than a private university or a private college.